So I'm only just getting back into the rhythm of the vlogging. Yeah, it's been an interesting patch. I've been just prioritizing some other important things work-wise and family, and figuring out like where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do next, like, you know, life plans basically. So been working on lots of things at once. There are some big work things happening as always, but positive work things that are like progressing in the right direction. So I'm excited about that. More on that soon. And yeah, I'm thinking about running through like a new product development phase as well, just in the form of video. I think it'd be really interesting to like share that whole process from start to finish. So launching a new product category under the umbrella of balance, and just, I don't know, had an idea where I thought it could be really valuable for people to just to see what goes on behind the scenes when you come up with a new product idea, and how you think about like the preparation for the launch and the why in the first place, and demand and positioning, and I don't know, just the whole piece behind it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm currently sat in a car park really fancy, and I'm heading into John Lewis. It's actually a Randox, so to get my annual blood work done. It's a great way to get your health diagnostics done. Blood work reveals, like, you know, the things that you assume, like I'm healthy or everything's in check or whatever. There's no way around like your blood panel. So yeah, I did it last year for the first time, after obviously getting into like health optimization and biohacking in a bigger way. And yeah, I had pretty good results, to be honest. I'd just come back from like a holiday with my friend in Spain as well, eating and drinking outside of the normal protocols. So yeah, that was pretty good. I am a bit nervous, I've got to admit, because I have like a bit of a thing with blood being withdrawn from my body. I don't know why, but I have fainted numerous times in the past. And I'm literally like 2 minutes from going inside. My appointment's in 2 minutes. And the last time it happened here last year, I could only do half of the session. So by the way, they withdraw a hell of a lot of blood. I was really surprised. So yeah, and last time what happened is apparently I like went to punch, bless the guy, I went to like punch him or do something, because maybe I thought he was, I don't know, an intruder, or, you know, you get this, I think when you're in this phase of about to pass out, you go into like a bit of a panic fear mode. So anyway, long story short, back again. Wish me luck. Okay, so they didn't let me film, which I was, is what it is. But wow, so much better than last time. My gosh, I don't know if I had like an inexperienced guy the first time round, and like he was definitely like a bit of a younger, more junior guy. And I also noted as well that this time round I only had, I think, half the amount of blood drawn compared to last time, because I took this like full comprehensive one last time in terms of the blood panel. So yeah, that was way quicker, way easier. I didn't even have any signs of like, you know, going under. So I just realized I hadn't really explained to anyone why you would even bother doing blood work in the first place. Like, why would you spend £500 going to get your bloods done? Like, what does it tell you? Why is that a good investment? Yeah, I mean, like for me it's a really like logical reason. Number one, there's a nice peace of mind around it, like checking in every 6 months and understanding where you're at, and like, are you being consistent within your lifestyle around your nutrition, exercise, like just health and wellness in general. The second piece is that a lot of people supplement for the sake of supplementing. And I'll give you an example of that. I was supplementing for, I think it was B3. And yeah, I had like too much in my system. And so I was spending money on those supplements. That's another perfect reason. You can also have too much of something. So it's about staying in balance. So yeah, it just gives you visibility that you otherwise wouldn't receive or get. So I think, yeah, for me, that's really valuable. And I like to kind of track those things. Obviously, if you change your like source of food supply, that affects obviously your nutritional intake or the values that you're receiving, and therefore that can have an impact on how healthy you are, positively and negatively. So yeah, just a quick round off on that because I think it's important. Yeah. One last thing, I promise. I had to fast overnight, which I always intermittent fast anyway because I just feel like it's good for you. I just feel great from it. But anyway, I fasted for like 18, 19 hours and didn't have anything. And so I'm just about to crack open some freshly brewed coffee that I made in prep for this moment. So yeah, I'll enjoy that. It's a really delicious one from Burundi. Wow, so good. All right, nights are drawing in here in the UK. It's like 20 to 6. It's getting pretty dark outside. So there's a nice sunset tonight. Yeah, I'm actually just heading into a sauna ice bath, which is on a farm, like in the outdoors. So first time here, it's kind of like 25 minutes from where I live. Just wanted to mix up my kind of health wellness routine. Gym I go to has like a sauna and stuff included, which is very convenient, but it looks a bit more like artisan or I don't know, a bit more quirky, so gonna give it a try. Okay, I'm back on the vlog. Wow, it feels like it's been a very long time. Why? Because I have been, pulled into different things within the business, which is, I think, one of the biggest frustrations of being like a founder, CEO. Like, in a way, your primary job is to like focus on growth, whilst at the same time, I feel like replacing yourself and fine tuning the team to ensure that, like all of the things that you're doing align to your best abilities, and being pulled into different parts of the team in a way as a showcase that perhaps when you thought you'd systemized it in the way that was automated or outsourced wasn't quite true, or you just needed to like better manage or put better systems in place around that. And so been in a little bit of a process the last few weeks where I kind of dived back into a couple of marketing departments and felt that they weren't being done in the way, to the best of our ability as a team. And obviously, it's just frustrating, right? Like you dive in, you think that you've kind of maintained or set the foundation for what everything should be and look like. And then if you find gaps, obviously you can't help but be pulled back in. And some may argue that that's like being perfectionist or whatever, but I think it's really important because to come in and stir the pot in a good way and find gaps, one, I think ensures that you've got like your finger on the pulse. I think there's a real like balancing act between outsourcing
and overseeing and making sure, you know, things are running as they should, but also as a founder, like you're so plugged into like the business, your product, like your, you know, your audience, everything around that, that it's not that you know best, but you've just got this kind of depth and detail and insights that others just don't have. And I think that's just like natural when you live and breathe, like, you know, when you're the founder. So long story short, I've been tied up. That's why the vlogging has gone a little bit off piece for a while. Now I'm back recommitting to kind of more frequent content. It was also way easier when I had Liane working with me, who was a videographer that I hired. I am working my way to set that structure back up again. And like the benefit of that is accountability. Like every day, if you're paying someone who's there with you physically, showing up and keeping you accountable to that investment, then you're obviously going to produce content. And it's so much easier to be like, oh, you know, won't do it today, haven't got time. So I'm definitely guilty of that. Yeah, so I'm kind of working towards that. It doesn't really make sense right now because of some of the things I'm plugged into and working on project-wise that are taking like a lot more energy and resource than normal. But yeah, my goal is to get back to that within another like month or so.
Back into central London. Oh, yeah, excited to see my friends. Been a little while since I've seen my best mates, just in town. And yeah, one of my mates just lives in Australia.
Yeah, there's just been a hell of a lot going on my side, a lot of restructuring, a lot of team-based things, a lot of like reorganizing departments and teams, and yeah, I guess just preparing for like Q4 as well. Yeah, been very busy, and yeah, it's the first winter. I mean, it's still autumn officially. It's the first autumn that I've had in like 3 or 4 years, so it does feel a bit weird to be here. I mean, it's still sunny in places. It's really nice, but it's definitely the coldest weather I've experienced in like 3 to 4 years. So I'm kind of like finding it a little bit challenging, but at the same time, I know that when I step foot back into another country, that I will reappreciate that kind of like sun life, and what it is to live in more of like a tropical kind of environment, which I've obviously become quite accustomed to. And yeah, I'm also just in a preparation phase right now of leaving, preparing to leave the UK again. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be heading to Medellin in Colombia, which I'm very excited about. Just biding my time a little bit longer, focusing on some of the R&D, product development, things that I'm working on right now for the business. Yeah, I think that's probably it. A little short update for now. We'll be getting back to this with a lot more focus on it going forward, but there's a quick update from me. See you guys.
Not seen this in a long time. Whoa, it's freezing. Woo. It's really nice though. Woo. Oh my gosh, it's covered. Very, very nice feeling. Back on the vlog. Oh my gosh, I feel like I say this every time I come on the video. Today I'm off to visit one of 3 or 4 coffee roaster manufacturers that I'm speaking to at the minute, namely for coffee pods, new product development that I'm working on, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, today also just happens to be Black Friday, so it's a big day. Yeah, excited to get back on the road and start showing you a bit more behind the scenes of what's going on. And I plan, don't hold me to it, but I plan to take you through the kind of coffee pod product development journey that I'm going on, just to kind of give you a bit of a feel of like, yeah, what it really takes, I guess, to go through that entire process, right, of like researching companies, suppliers, like visiting them, assessing them on various criterias, right? It's not just about price, it's very much about product quality, around their service, around like alignment of priorities, or future visions for both our company and their company. So there's a lot of considerations you need to make sure there's a good fit, because the last thing you want to do is start working with a provider, find a sticking point like a few months down the line or a year down the line, and realize that they're not the partner to support you on your growth journey for whatever reason. So there's a lot to it if you do it properly. And yeah, so many considerations, right? Packaging, yeah, product quality, be tasting a lot of coffees today, yeah, and so many other factors. So, but anyway, thought I'd give you a little update. That's what I've been working on, and yeah, excited to show you around. Okay, I've just arrived at a company called Master Roast, who are a fairly big player in the market actually, in terms of like volume, and yeah, I have a feeling I've been here before in an old life. About to go in and yeah, meet them and get stuck in. So